Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett, and today I am going to show you how to send a message from one Windows computer to another if it's on the same network. For example, something like this that you should be seeing on the screen right now. But basically how this works is you will need to have both computers to be Windows. I never tried this with other operating systems, so it may work, but they both have to be on the same network, Wi-Fi or not, doesn't matter. Now, because I know this is probably going to be tried in schools and workplaces, if the place has one computer on one VLAN and you on another, there's a pretty large potential that it won't work. And if there's a firewall in the network itself, not on the computers, but in the network itself, it's possible, it's not as possible, but it's possible that it may not work. So keep that in mind. But a VLAN thing, it's really likely that's not going to work. Yeah, even in if one person's in one classroom and the other's in another classroom, but give it a try. Maybe it will. Now, as far as things goes, what you're going to need is you need to know which operating system you're on, Windows 10 or before. So on Windows 10, you get to the control panel by right-clicking the Start and go to Control Panel. On Windows, and this is also on the Anniversary Edition, so you can still do it there. And on Windows 8 and before, you go to Start and you select the control panel from there. So what you need to do is go to the networking, and you want to go to the events, and what you're trying to make sure is file and printer sharing on. And if it's on, then great. If not, then you need to turn it on. If you can't turn it on, it won't work. One thing I forgot to mention is obviously the other both computers have to be on. But the other computer who's receiving the message, they need to have that same exact setup. So keep that one in mind. Basically, if one computer doesn't have it, then you will actually get an error message if you try this. If the other one doesn't have it, then you will get an error message. So next things next is you need to figure out the IP address. Like say for example, if you're the sender, you need to figure out the IP address of who you're sending it to. And what you do is there's no easy way to do it. If you're like in a school or business environment, like a major business environment, small one, you can ask your IT person, and they'll probably be more than happy, be okay with it if they have any grasp of what this is. But in a school environment, I can see like students chatting back and forth together with this, using this as a chat system, because it doesn't log the actual chat. There might be some logs on a network, but statistics says they're not being looked at. And even if they are, whatever. I mean, unless something stupid's being said. But as far as that goes, I can see it being used as a chat system back and forth. So you need to figure out the other person's IP address somehow. How to figure out yours? You can go down to on Windows 10, again, right click that, and you can go to command prompt, or you can just go to Start and type out CMD or Cortana and type out CMD. And before Windows 10, you just search CMD. Now to get this look, all you have to do is go to properties and you can get that look. So what you want to do here is, I'm not going to run it, but what you'll do here is IP config, and this will get your IP address of your computer. The other computer you have to figure out. Now let's say that you are at home, or you have the logs for everything. Well, what you need to do is you need to pull up the attached devices. So this is my Wi-Fi router. It's a Nighthawk R7000, which is one of the top. In fact, I think it's the second of the top Wi-Fi routers, and the one above that is not really that much better at all. So with here, the difference between what I got and what you got shouldn't be that much, but mine shows a little bit more. It can handle a lot more devices. So that's a big thing to keep in mind. You want to sort through as much as I have to. The average Wi-Fi router, it can handle low-end Wi-Fi router that average person's going to have. It will handle up to 12 devices simultaneously with no major problems. 15 devices will start having some slowdown, and past that you can have some devices timing out. Mine's up in the 30, and so even then, you know that you're not going to have 100 devices going through. In schools and businesses, it'd be totally different, and I'm not really sure how you would get the logs there. So I don't know. But anyways, don't show the MAC addresses, by the way, just to mention that. But for the IP address, what you're trying to find is the IP address that who you're trying to send it to is, and I'm just going to send it to myself. So I'm at 192.168.1.7. So what we have is that. And what we want to do is bring back up that. Now the last step is go to the description down below, and I got a code there to make it easier on you. Just copy that code. While you're down there, by the way, check out the Patreon link, donate there to help out the channel, subscribe, like, whatever. But copy that code, and what you want to do is paste it in, or write it out if you want. But what you need to do is simply have it where it's MSG, so message star / server, and then the IP address that you see here, that is the IP address of the computer that is getting the message. So remember that. This is, if you want to test it out, you can loop it back to yours. So what I'm having this do is it's sending the message to my router. My router's figuring out which IP matches that, and it says it like that. Okay, this computer matches that, so it sends it back, and there you go. It doesn't care, but basically that's how it works. It's not like a human where it's like, why are you handing it to me or whatever. It looks at it, figures out where it's supposed to go, and goes from there. It doesn't matter where it came from. But as far as that goes, the quotations, you need to write out your message in the quotations and go from there. So with that, let's press enter, and as you see here, you can see that the message is from, and this is the computer name. Well, not computer name. This is the user name. And down here it has the actual message, this timestamp above that, and okay. And if you want to, like say for example, you're doing a real chat. So if you want to reply back to someone, instead of writing out the whole thing, say something like that, and you just click up. So it's simple as that. Up takes you to the previous command, and there you go. So you don't have to write out the entire thing. But anyways, as far as that goes, if you got any questions or anything else, then leave that down below in the comment section. I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. Leave a like, subscribe, share, and I'll check you out in the next video, and hope you have a great day.